diagram, we can see about the capacitance of a concentric spherical capacitor using Laplace equation. What is concentric spherical? So if we have a small ball inside a big ball, it is called as concentric. So you can see this. Here we have a small ball inside a big ball. So that is called as concentric sphere. Okay. When it is said to be a capacitor, it seems when we have plus charge inside the small ball and minus charge at the outer sphere, that is at the when the radius is b. We can take any radius, either r1, r2, r small a, small b, or capital A, capital B. So when the small circle has a plus charge and the big circle has a minus charge, it will become a capacitor. Okay, you can see the third diagram. In this diagram, we can see a small ball inside. The charge is q. The outer ball, its charge is minus q. The small ball radius is a and outer ball radius is b. And the outer ball is grounded. Okay. So when we are going to use Laplace equation, we have to recall what is Poisson's and Laplace equation. So I think you remember Laplace and Poisson's equation. So find out which is Laplace and which is Poisson. Yes, as you all remember, the first equation del square V is equal to minus rho V by epsilon. This is Poisson's equation, and the second equation del square V is equal to 0 is our Laplace equation. Okay. What is the difference between Poisson's and Laplace? When Poisson's equation is said to be Laplace equation, when rho V is equal to 0. So when will you get rho V is equal to 0? For charge free region. When there is no charge, then we say rho V is equal to 0. And important to be noted is, when rho V is equal to 0, the region may have a point charge, line charge, or a surface charge may exist as a singular location. Okay. So this is a key point to be noted. When we say rho V is equal to 0, we should not assume that QV is equal to 0. Next, Laplace equation in Cartesian form. So del square V. How will you solve del square V in the Laplace equation? So equation is del square V is equal to dou square V by dou x square plus dou square V by dou y square plus dou square V by dou z square is equal to 0. Laplace equation in cylindrical form. So it is del square V is equal to 1 by r dou by dou r into dou V by dou r plus 1 by r square dou square V by dou phi square plus dou square V by dou z square is equal to 0. So in spherical coordinate system, this is the equation. So we saw Poisson's, we saw Laplace equation. Next is the uniqueness theorem. So uniqueness theorem states that if the solution of Laplace equation satisfies the boundary condition, then that solution is unique by whatever method it is obtained. Okay. The solution of Laplace equation gives the field which is unique and satisfies the same boundary condition in a given region. Either of the sentence can be written as a statement for uniqueness theorem. So procedure for solving Laplace equation. So procedure is, you have solved already for Cartesian coordinate system and cylindrical coordinate system. So you remember the procedure, the same procedure we are going to follow here. I'll just recall one procedure. So the first procedure, we will solve the Laplace equation and we will integrate on both the sides and come with two constants. So step 2 will be, with some boundary condition, we will find the value of that constant. Third will be how to find the value of E with the formula E is equal to minus grade V. Fourth point will be to find the value of D. D is equal to epsilon into E. Fifth will be, we have to find the value of Q. So we can find the Q value from rho S is equal to modulus of dN. So volume is 0. I will come see about that later. Okay, rho S is equal to dN. then Q is equal to minus rho S into ds. By that formula we can find the charge. Next is we have to find the capacitance by the formula C is equal to Q by V. Okay. Next, calculating the capacitance using the Laplace equation. So we will see about the concentric spherical sphere. So question may be not a direct question that it's a concentric spherical sphere. The question may be, most of the question using Laplace equation will be in the form of like a problem. So question is, solve the Laplace equation for the potential field in a homogeneous region between two concentric conducting sphere with radius A and B. This radius may change R1, R2 or capital A, capital B, any parameter can be given, okay, such that B is greater than A. That is what this represent. B is the radius of outer sphere and A is the radius of inner sphere. And these are the boundary condition. V is equal to 0 at R is equal to B and V is equal to V naught when R is equal to A. We have to find the capacitance between two concentric sphere, means we have to find the region between A and B. Okay. We'll draw the diagram. So diagram in 2D will be small circle above that outer circle. It is a 2D diagram. 3D means it should represent the ball. For easier representation we go for 2D diagram. So small circle is A, outer circle is B. So we will have V is equal to 0 at R is equal to B, and here the boundary condition will be V is equal, will not vary with respect to theta 1 phi. So potential will not vary with respect to theta 1 phi, and with respect to theta and phi the potential will be constant. Only the potential is dependent on R. Okay. So now the Laplace equation we can take. So step 1, solve the Laplace equation using the method of integration. Assume the constants of integration as per the requirement. So Laplace equation, what is the Laplace equation? Del square V in spherical coordinate system. Okay. Now in this equation if you see, theta 1, as we told before, theta 1 phi are constants and they doesn't varies with respect to, velocity doesn't varies with respect to theta and phi. So only it varies with respect to R. So in that case, now V will be taken as constant. So constant means when you differentiate constant, the value will be equal to 0. Similarly, when you differentiate phi, again here V is constant, doesn't varies with respect to phi. So V is considered as constant when differentiated with respect to phi. Again this will be equal to 0. So due to V is not dependent on theta 1 phi, these two terms will be 0. So we no need to take these two terms. We have to consider only the first term. So 1 by R square dou by dou R square dou V by dou V by dou R. So take that equation and in this equation take 1 by R to the other side. So again it will be dou by dou R square dou V by dou R. Now integrate on both the sides. When you integrate 0, we will get a constant. So constant we can take as C1. Here when you integrate this side, this term will go. So you will get R square dou V by dou R is equal to integration of 0, you will get a constant C1. Next. Again take R square other side. So you will get dou V by dou R is equal to C1 by R square. Next, again integrate on both the sides. So when you integrate, this term will become V. When I integrate on both the sides, dou V by dou R will become V. V is equal to integration of C1 by R power minus 2 into dr plus C2. R power minus 2, how can you write? How can you integrate? C1 is a constant. So r power minus 2 will be r power minus 2 plus 1 into minus 2 plus 1. So minus 1 into r power minus 1. So you will get C1 by r plus C2. Minus C1 by r plus C2. So this is the equation and you will take this as equation 1. Okay, we will take this as equation 1. Next, we have to go with the next step. The first step work is over. What is the second step? So second step is determine the constant applying the boundary condition. So you have to find the value of C1 and C2 with respect to the boundary condition. Now we have the value of V. We have taken this as equation 1. Now we will apply the boundary condition. So what is our boundary condition? It is already given in the question. So boundary condition is at r is equal to b, v is equal to 0, and at r is equal to a, v is equal to v0, given in our question. And for spherical capacitance, it is understood as this is the boundary condition. Now substitute in the equation 1. In equation 1, substitute the boundary condition. We will take this as boundary condition I, and this will take as boundary condition I2. So we will substitute I2. So what will you get? V0 is equal to minus C1 by A plus C2. Next, in the equation 1, substitute the boundary condition I. So if I substitute boundary condition I will get 0 is equal to, here will become 0 is equal to minus C1 by B plus C2. Now this is the boundary condition. So after applying the boundary condition, we will take this as equation 2 and we will take this as equation 3. Now we have to solve this equation 2 and 3 and find the value of C1 and C2. So to find this, first we will subtract both the equation 3 and 2. So subtracting the equation 3 from 2, subtract these two equations. So what will we get? 0 minus V0 minus V0. C1 by B plus C2 minus C1 by A plus minus C2. So C2 will become 0. So you will get minus C1 by B plus C1 by A. Now minus into minus will become plus, so you will get minus C1 by B plus C1 by A. Take C1 commonly outside, so you will get 1 by A minus 1 by B. So if you after multiplying, you will get minus C1 by B plus C1 by A. I had taken commonly outside C1, so I will get 1 by A minus 1 by B. After this, we will find the value of C1. So C1 in one side, other terms in the other side. So C1 will be equal to minus V0 1 by A minus 1 by B. Now we have to find the value of C2. So how to find the value of C2? We have the equation 3. What is the equation 3? 0 is equal to minus C1 by B plus C2. Now you know the value of C1. So you can find the value of C2. So C2 will be equal to, actually what will be the value of C2? C2 will be equal to 1 by B V0 minus 1 by B minus 1 by A. Next, we will take the equation 1. What is our equation 1? V is equal to minus C1 by R plus C2. Now we know the value of C1 and C2 we can substitute here. So after substituting the value of C1 and C2, what will we get? This is C1, extra 1 R will be there, this is C2. So V is equal to, potential is equal to minus V0 by R into 1 by B minus 1 by A plus V0 by B into 1 by B minus 1 by A. So we will go to the next step, third step, to find the value of E. So to find E, we have to go for E is equal to minus grade V. Do you remember the formula for grade V? So grade V will be dou V by dou R AR vector plus 1 by R dou V by dou theta A theta plus 1 by R sin theta dou V by dou phi. This is spherical coordinated grade V formula. Now this is the equation of V we derived from the step 2. In this step we have to substitute this. So in this equation substitute the value of V. But again theta and phi is not a function of V, not a function of V. So these two will be equal to 0. So when these two is equal to 0, only thing will be equal to dou V by grade V will be equal to dou V by dou R into AR vector. Now differentiate with respect to R. So when you differentiate with respect to R, this is a constant. No R term here, so this term will go. Only we will have V naught by R into 1 by B minus 1 by A. In this V naught by 1 by B minus 1 by A is a constant. Only variable is 1 by minus 1 by R. So how will you differentiate minus 1 by R? What is the value of minus 1 by R? So if you differentiate minus 1 by R, we will get 1 by R square. The formula for differentiation, what is the formula for differentiation? Dou by dou R of 1 by R will be equal to R power minus 1 into minus 1. So this will be the value. So R power minus 2. So minus 2 when goes to denominator, this will be equal to minus 1 by R square. So I have substituted minus 1 by R square. So E will be equal to minus V naught by 1 by B minus 1 by A R square into AR vector, since it is only in the radial direction. So next step will be, you have to find the value of D. What is the relation between D and E? D is equal to epsilon into E. So epsilon into E, substitute, you will get the value of D. So this is very simple step. Only we will get along with the E and epsilon. So next step will be, what is the next step? We have to find the value of Q. So to find the value of Q, we will take the D equation. D is equal to, modulus of D is equal to rho S. Okay, that only. So modulus of D is equal to rho S means you have to find modulus of D. So when I found modulus of D, I will leave the angle AR vector. Q is the total charge on the surface of the sphere. So total charge will be equal to rho S into area. Here inside the volume we don't have any charge, that is in the free space there is no charge, but at the surface of the sphere, at the ball oda surface la vandu we have charges. So we will have only surface charge density, we will not have volume charge density. First I told as a key point this. Okay, so now will be, it is well understood, it has a plus charge. If radius is A, we have a plus charge. So rho S into A. So rho S into A is the area of the sphere. So what is the area of the sphere? Why I am writing instead of rho S as the value of D? Rho S is equal to dN, modulus of dN as per our step. So modulus of dN, we can substitute here. Surface area of the sphere, what is the formula? 4 pi r square. So r square will get cancelled. So r and r get cancelled means what will be your answer? No other changes, right? So you will get 4 pi epsilon V naught by 1 by A minus 1 by B. So what is the next step? To find the value of capacitance using the formula C is equal to Q by V. And this voltage will be the voltage of at the point of A. R is equal to A. Okay, that is equal to V naught. So the formula is Q by V, that is equal to Q by V naught. What is the value of Q we have found? 4 pi epsilon, that you can substitute 4 pi epsilon V naught divided by 1 by A minus 1 by B. Here V naught will get cancelled. The answer will be 4 pi epsilon 1 by A minus 1 by B. So this is the final answer. The capacitance of a parallel plate, capacitance of a concentric sphere. Okay. So remember, the same equation we have derived using another formula also, general formula also. This is using Laplace equation. You can by the mark allotted, you can, whether the question is roughly find the capacitance of a concentric sphere, you can go for the first method, and that is very simple. If the question is specified as find the capacitance of a concentric spherical sphere using Laplace equation, then we have to do by this method. This has gone little longer steps. Both are easy, but this has a longer step, and that is very simple to write. Okay. What is the unit of capacitor? Farad. Okay. So this is the capacitance to find using Laplace equation. Thank you. Meet you in the next video or next class. Thank you, friends.